All right, time for Stribog review. My magazine runneth dry. Means it's time for a supply run. What's up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Well, bad news is Walmart is locally no longer selling handgun ammo. Good news is I found just enough 9mm ammo in the shop to be able to do our video on this here Stribog. Good news for my wallet, bad news for the Stribog. The only 9mm ammo that we had was the steel case Wolf and Tula shit. So, you know, if you can't run steel case, then it doesn't deserve the brass. If perhaps you have not had internet access in the last 6 months, you might be asking, what the hell is a Stribog? The Stribog is a direct blowback 9mm pistol caliber carbine that Grand Power sent us over. I've been playing with it a little bit. I have some thoughts on it, but before we do that, let's go shoot some shit. So, included in the Stribog, not only do we have Picatinny for mounting optics, but we also have built-in irons that are, well, they're there, so let's use them. That's kind of the best accuracy you could expect out of an AK guy, so yeah, I'll stop there. No, I won't. There we go. So as you can see, it has a last round bolt hold open, which actually works. That's pretty novel. So the interesting part of the market that the Stribog finds itself is that it is definitely on the more affordable end of the spectrum. If you're looking for something along this line as far as the modern pistol caliber carbine aesthetic, this is definitely a much more affordable option than some of the other ones out there that are known for being pretty expensive. I'm not sure if we can name names, but it's B&T. They make amazing products. They are definitely considered higher end. This sort of thing kind of gets you there. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a direct blowback 9mm. It's really not rocket science. Bullet go forward, bolt go back. It's pretty simple. So this right here gets you most of the way there, and it is available for a fraction of the price. I think it's like less than half. But my eyes know worky that well, so let's shoot it with an optic. Try to do the mag flip. Can't do a mag flip in empty mag. There we go, that worked. All right, let's do it. Okay, so now I got the Primary Arms ACSS reticle on it. It is meant for 7.62 by 39 and or 300 blackout, but it's 9mm. I don't think it doesn't fucking matter. All right, let's give her a shot. Probably would have helped if I zeroed this like at all beforehand, but whatever. It's like, I don't know, what is that, 20, 25 yards? Yeah. There we go. I don't know how you can, how well you can hear the steel registering, but I definitely hit every shot, and I just want to make sure that you have that on the record. So that's, it happened like that. So now we're gonna do a little bit of a breakdown. I want to show you some of the stuff on the inside. I don't normally talk about the guts because we don't get all up in them guts around here. Wait a minute. But there are a couple things on the Stribog I thought were kind of neat, and I did want to show you guys. So all the way to the builder's bench. It's not, we got a table. We have a fucking table. Okay, so taking a look at the Stribog here. Disassembly is pretty easy. First off, we've got an SP tactical brace here. Just folds to the sides. It's nice and compact. You can fit this in a backpack. So that's where I've actually carried this with me on backpacking trails and stuff like that. No, I've just carried it with me when I travel. I don't backpack. I'm not that healthy. But it's nice and compact, and if you don't have anything on it, like if you're running a can or something like that, you can easily fit this pretty much anywhere you want. But takedown's pretty easy. It's kind of like an AR-15. I know. Punch this pin, pull it out, and she comes apart. Stock goes with it. Forgot about that momentarily. Push this down, comes right out like that. There's your stock, or if you have the pistol version, it's just a flat back plate for those of you guys afraid of the ATF. Rest of the disassembly is very easy. Just grab the charging handle here. This all comes out the back. You have your recoil spring assembly with the little buffer, and you have your bolt. Super, super simple. Because this is just a direct blowback 9mm, you don't need any sort of crazy lockup, so there's no gas system or anything like that. You just have a straight up bolt here. This is not actually a piston. It looks like a piston, but it really is just for the travel there and to give it extra weight. Something super cool about the Stribog that as soon as I took it apart for the first time, I was in love with how simple they made this part. Now this is gonna be, all you engineers out there or just gun nerds, you guys are gonna love this bit. That is sex. I don't care who you are. So what this is just a T-slot milled into the side of this bolt. And this is, your weight, simulates, basically rides where a piston would ride. Slide that right in from the side. It's pretty tight tolerance, but super easy. But just the shape of this aluminum extrusion prevents this from sliding out during operation. And I just think that is the coolest thing ever. There's no pins, there's no screws, nothing. It's self-contained. This is the way you should engineer a firearm. And I love it. So reassembly, I guess we're doing that now. Super easy too. You just drop that in. If you want, pull it back a little bit so you can just get that spring in there nice and easy. And spring, recoil spring and the buffer are the same shape as the extrusion, so there's no way you can get that wrong. Put your brace right back on there, like so. Push forward gently, slam her shut, and push the pin through. And you're done. Dare I say it, maybe simpler than the AK. Don't get cocky. Ergonomics are good. A lot of this stuff is, ambi capable, ambi selector. The trigger on it, it's present. Nothing really to write home about, but it's not really bad. And I think they're gonna have more aftermarket options, or at least there's aftermarket, trigger jobs and stuff that I've seen on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best I've ever felt. I've been told it's a standard AR-15 trigger. I wouldn't know because I am straight. But overall, there's just enough about these. I'm not gonna lie, I was curious about these guns, but I wasn't super excited for them. It just wasn't really anything that was in my realm. But after taking it apart, there's so many design decisions that were made on this gun that they did it right. I just enjoyed, there's a lot of just little clever nuances in the gun. And for the price point, I dig it. I think it's smart. I can't tell you enough how much that bolt makes me happy. I don't know why, but it does. So now we're gonna run it with a can a little bit. That's usually pretty telling because cans sometimes can behave weird with direct blowback, a little bit louder than otherwise with lockup and such. But anyway, this is the Rugged Obsidian. I like this can a lot. I've never cleaned it and it probably shows. Running it suppressed. Let's see how much this makes my eyes cry. As opposed to, never mind. So now I see what I was fucking up earlier. I was, the dot is too high. So if I aim a little bit over it, I can smack the shit out of that swinger. Also like my last Saturday night. Minimal ear ringing, really not too bad. Yeah, it wasn't actually even that gassy. Pleasantly surprised. I definitely have lead poisoning. All right, without dragging this on too long and putting different parts of this gun on the scale and such like some other people we know, I am just gonna keep this as short as I can. I like the gun. I've already started to use it as far as like throwing it in a backpack when I travel and stuff like that, because it's just neat. You get a submachine gun, but it's technically considered a pistol, so for different states' travel laws and such. Nice and compact, makes the ATF happy, makes the policeman happy, makes the carjackers less happy, significantly less happy. And I don't know, it makes me happy. So anyways, I know I don't do a lot of reviews, but yeah, I just thought this was pretty neat. I wanted to give it a shot at some airtime on the glorious YouTube channel that we have. Whether Grand Power will like that or not is, that's up to them. But either way, guys, I appreciate you guys staying and watching the whole video. And as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
All right, time to do a Stribog review. This is, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far, perfectly capable. And that pains me to say, because normally I don't consider poors to be people. But at the same time, I know the Rona has hit some wallets fairly hard, some harder than others. And as I struggle to put a bolt forward that was already forward. Nice. I'm just gonna end this, let's go shoot.